I've had the Bambu Lab A1 Mini for almost exactly 1 month to the date. Would I buy this machine again if I started over? Let's find out. So I wanted to give a little 1 month update on how I feel about this printer. I've been printing on it almost 24/7 since I've had it, so I feel like my opinion is pretty valid at this point on my first impressions. I am no expert in 3D printing. I'm actually very much a beginner, but that's the point. The point of this video is to show you what I feel like this printer excels at, what I struggle with, things that you should know about this printer if you're looking at getting it, if you already have it and you're looking for some tips. I've separated this video into 4 different subjects and they're all gonna be chapters down below, so feel free to skip to whatever you want. What we're gonna go over is what I love about the machine, what I don't like so much about the machine, what I've learned using it, and if I would do anything differently if I were to start over again with 3D printing. I got this printer exactly 1 month ago. I also posted my first YouTube video 1 month ago, and we are at over 1,200 subscribers today, 1 month later. Amazing, you guys are awesome, but let's get on with the video. Now I'm gonna make a separate video about every single item that I've printed on this machine, what went great, what went wrong. I'm gonna go over all my failed prints and how I've solved them and fixed them and got them to print right. If you're from the future, you can go check that video out now. If you're watching this now, then subscribe so you don't miss out. Come on now. First category I wanted to go over is what I love about this printer. Now there's definitely a lot of things to love about this printer. It's amazing. You're kind of gonna notice that I'm gonna sound like a Bambu Lab fanboy. Trust me, they're not paying me, I wish they were. The first thing that I love about this printer is the app. The Bambu Lab app is absolutely a game changer for 3D printing, especially if you're a beginner like me. You can scroll through all of these different objects that people have made and you can pick any one of them and go and print it right now. It makes it insanely easy to print. You don't need to worry about 3D modeling. You don't have to learn an entire computer program. You don't even need a computer. You can do everything from your phone and it tells you exactly how much filament you're gonna use, what color they used in their design if you want to use that same one, the amount of hours, how many plates it's gonna take, what size nozzle to use. You can even go in and see the actual plates individually if it's a multi-plate print, which this one is not. Another awesome thing about the app is while you're printing from anywhere, you can go to this devices tab at the bottom and you can see right now I'm printing out a base for a Gridfinity, which future video, don't miss out, just saying. And you can also see a live view at what your printer is printing. Now I know it's not the best quality and it's about 1 frame a second, not even a second, it's about 1 frame a minute. However, I did make a video about a blink mount if you want to go check that out in the corner. Either way, this camera is perfect just to tell you if your print failed or not, which I think I've caught a failed print a couple of times using this camera alone, and then you can simply stop the print. It's an amazing feature. You can see exactly what nozzle temperature you're at, your bed temperature, what speed you're printing at. If you're printing a build plate with multiple objects, you can even click the skip button right here and you can tell it exactly what object to skip. This is awesome if you're printing an entire bed of objects and one of them got messed up or fell off the build plate, whatever, you can go in and you can click the one object you want to skip, press skip, and it will no longer print that object so you don't ruin your entire build plate. The next thing I love about this printer is the AMS system right here. So originally I bought just the A1 Mini, I didn't get the AMS combo. I very quickly learned that the AMS light is something that I wanted and I ordered it probably about a week after I had the printer. Game changer. Just like the app, game changer. Even if you're not into multicolor printing, which I do very rarely, the AMS light system is absolutely necessary if you have the funds for it and you're able to purchase it. Just having 4 different colors is awesome. You can simply pick whatever color you want to print the object out and it just loads it. You don't have to wait for the print head to heat up so you can unload a filament and make sure that it cuts properly, load the new filament in, make sure that it loads properly, wait 10 minutes for everything to heat up. You don't have to do any of that with this thing. You just tell it what color you want of the 4 that you have loaded and it just goes, it just works. And that's kind of the theme with this printer, it just works. This 3D printer is like the Honda Civic of 3D printers. It's reliable, it's always gonna be there. It may not be the fastest, it may not be able to print every single material or have an enclosure, but it will always work and it will always be reliable. And that's what I think a lot of people are looking for in a 3D printer, especially at this price point. Not only can you load multiple different colors of PLA into this AMS light, you can load multiple types of filament. You could have PLA, ASA, PETG, pretty much anything that the A1 Mini can print, you can load onto that AMS light and just have them ready to go. Not only is it super easy to load the filament rolls onto the AMS light, it's also super easy to tell the printer what color filament it is, what type of filament, what print temperature it needs to be at. It's all through the printer. You don't have to use any slicer softwares if you don't want to. It's just super user-friendly. Third thing that I love about this printer is the print quality, speed, and user-friendliness of the whole thing. Like I said, this may not be the absolute fastest printer on the market, but let me tell you, it is fast. Now the fans are kicking on a little bit on this printer, so you're gonna hear them in the background, but that's the point of this video. I wanna show you this machine, and this is how loud it is right here. Not that loud at all. Having a printer that can print out fast, reliable objects is absolutely awesome for printing out rough drafts of objects that you might need to tweak a little bit, or creating replacement parts for something that you've already printed and you just need one little tiny piece to finish it off that you broke installing it. Ask how I know. This thing's awesome. I'm sure if you're watching this video, you're familiar with Bambu Lab products, and they are known for the quality of the prints that they can put out. The other thing I love about this printer is the user-friendliness of it all. I showed you the app. The app is one of the key features in the user-friendliness of this printer. But another thing that's absolutely awesome is the auto calibrations that this thing has. I'm coming from an Elgu 3D printer that I have just recently gotten to print even somewhat okay. And let me tell you, I am tired of leveling with a piece of paper, manually leveling the bed. The Bambu Lab printer, that is not a thing. It doesn't even exist. It auto levels itself. It does a flow calibration on its own. You can do this before every single print if you'd like to just ensure good quality of that print, and it takes up maybe an extra 5 minutes. And honestly, a lot more fun to use when you don't have to worry about turning a knob, making sure that it's perfectly seated on an A4 piece of paper. Now the next category is the dreaded category, and honestly, if you just double tap twice on that screen, it'll probably be over because it's a really short category. This is all the issues that I've had with this machine while I've had it for 1 month. The biggest issue that I've had that will cause print failures, which I'll be honest with you, have probably only happened a handful of times since I've had this machine: poop landing on the build plate. So I'm sure if you're familiar with this machine at all, you know that it'll move all the way to the left, shoot out a little bit of filament, and kick it off. Most of the time it works great, but every once in a while it will not move all the way to the left, and it'll extrude filament onto the build plate, or it'll extrude filament behind the little pusher thingy. I don't know what it's called, but it just falls onto the build plate and it can cause chaos. I've even had it where a little string of filament is still stuck to the extruder and it just swings around like a little wrecking ball without Miley Cyrus. This can definitely cause you a print failure if the poop lands somewhere where the printer needs to print. I've never had it cause a print failure. Every time that I've seen it happen, I've been home and watching the machine and I've been able to just pop it off there. No issues after that. It's just something that you should be aware of. And that's what all these flaws are that I've noticed. It's just something you should be aware of. No 3D printer is going to be perfect. 3D printing as a whole overall is generally a newer thing, so there's going to be flaws in these machines. It's just stuff you need to watch out for and make sure that you know what you're looking for and that you can deal with it. Now this poop landing on the build plate issue, again, like I said, is very rare and there are fixes for it. However, I haven't found one that's decent enough that I can keep it on the printer. It's happened so infrequently that I wouldn't even count it as a flaw. I think it's just one of those things with 3D printing where it just happens sometimes. It is what it is. Now, the second issue that I've had with this printer is not with the printer itself, but with the Bambu software on the computer. Now, I know the beauty of the Bambu Lab software is that it's great for beginners and people that are looking to really fine-tune every little detail about their print. However, I've had a lot of problems with it crashing all the time, actually. I've updated the software, I still have that issue. Sometimes it won't even connect to the printer properly. Half the time it won't load the camera, so I can't see the build plate through the software. Just little bugs like this make it not so ideal to use, along with it being very confusing. But I'm also a beginner and I'm stubborn and did not learn how to use the software. So you can tear me up in the comments for that one all you want. The final issue that has caused me the most failed prints, such a simple thing, and it's not even related to this printer. It's just 3D printing in general. Clean your build plate. That's it. That's it. That's it. I know, it has nothing to do with the actual Bambu Lab printer itself, but just a little tip for you. This thing has caused the most failed prints, a dirty build plate. Just clean your build plate. It's super easy. After every single print, just wipe it down. It's that easy. Before every single print, wipe it down. It just ensures good bed adhesion, which will in turn ensure a good print. Now the third category I wanted to go over is what I've learned from using this printer for 1 month. Now I'm a beginner at 3D printing, so most of these things are going to be generic for 3D printing in general. I just thought they'd be kind of useful for you guys if you're new to this as well. Now I'm literally going to read right from the list that I made because these are more bullet points than talking points. But the first thing that I wrote down is some prints require slower speeds. I know I was just boasting about how quick this thing can print and how good the quality is, but some objects are just super complicated and need a little bit slower print times. It's no big deal, just slow it down a bit. You're probably gonna get a better print anyways. Second thing I wrote, so right on the list, some filament sucks. That's all there is to it. If you buy cheap filament, you're probably gonna get cheap results. Filament, for the most part, you get what you pay for. My very next point is kind of a bit opposite of that, and that is Bambu Lab filament is nice, but I don't think it's necessary. Now, it's super cool to just load a spool of filament onto the AMS light system and it knows what color it is, it knows all the settings that are needed. A little chip in there, the little guy is awesome, but it's pretty pricey and it's not on Amazon with that 2-day shipping, all right? I've been using Elgu 3D printer filament PLA for this entire month and I've had 0 issues with the filament itself. It's amazing quality. It's a lot cheaper than the Bambu Lab filament. It gets here in 2 days for where I'm at with Amazon Prime. And they have a ton of different colors, different types of filament. You can get PLA, you can get TPU, you can get PETG from Elgu. Personally, I like the Elgu brand filament. Now there's definitely a sweet spot in the amount of money you spend on filament and what you get out of it. You just gotta find that sweet spot for yourself. Personally, I like Elgu filament. I think it's a great in-between for price and quality. The next thing I have on here is don't get frustrated when a print fails. Half the time it's because your build plate is dirty anyways. Prints are gonna fail. It's just the nature of 3D printing. It's gonna happen. Don't get frustrated. I know sometimes you can start, a multi-hour long print or a print overnight and it failed. And it's really demoralizing and kind of just lose your confidence, but it's fine. It's gonna happen. Just print again. Print it again, clean your build plate, maybe slow it down a little bit, print it again. 99% of the time with this printer specifically, if you clean your build plate and you print the failed objects again, it's gonna work. And my next point kind of ties into that last one. Don't be scared to waste filament. Don't be scared of time either. I know when I first got this printer a month ago, I was a little bit nervous to let it run while I left the house or let it run overnight. No longer is that an issue at all. I let this thing run almost every night and I've had 0 issues with it so far. Not saying that you can't have issues, just my experience. I was also a little bit intimidated by long prints, multi-hour, 6-hour plus prints because I just didn't know if I could trust the printer for that amount of time. Let me tell you, you totally can. If you get a good first layer with this printer, it's almost a guarantee that the print is gonna come out perfectly. You know what, let me tell you this. I've never had a failed print that had a good first layer. If you just watch your first layer print out, make sure it's good, it's gonna be a good print. I can almost guarantee you with this printer. And again, I was scared to waste time printing out large objects, but guess what? The time's gonna pass anyways, so you might as well be printing while it passes. And the final category, would I buy this 3D printer again if I was looking to get into 3D printing, and what would I do differently? Now first, if you couldn't tell by the rest of this video, 100% I would buy this machine again if I were to get my first 3D printer. This 3D printer is amazing for beginners. It's super user-friendly. It walks you through everything. You don't have to worry about slicers if you don't want to. You can do everything through your phone. All the designs are already on there. You can find 99% of what you're looking for already on the Bambu Lab app and just send it to the printer and it'll print it out. So yes, to answer that question, if I had to do it again, this is exactly what I would get. Now I know the build plate is kind of small, but I've had 1 print in total that I couldn't print because of the build plate size. Everything else that I've printed has been either designed for the A1 Mini to be printed in multiple pieces, or it's small enough to fit on the build plate. Now again, that's just me. If you're looking for something bigger, you could go for the Bambu Lab A1. Or if you're looking for something even bigger than that, you could go for an Elgu Max or something. But then you're gonna get out of the Bambu Lab niceness and user friendliness by going that route. Would I do anything differently if I were to get this machine today for the first time? Yes. Yes, I would. The very first thing that I would do differently is, if I had the funds and I'm able to, buy the AMS Lite system with the machine. Buy the combo. Just do it if you can. Even if you think you might possibly be interested in the AMS Lite system, get the combo. You're gonna save a lot of money by buying the combination. You're gonna save setup time by buying the combination right off the bat. You're gonna love it. That's just all there is to it. My biggest regret with this printer is not buying the AMS Lite system with the A1 Mini. I should have bought the combo. It cost me a lot of extra money to buy them separately, and a lot more time and a lot more anticipation waiting for the UPS driver to deliver the AMS Lite system. All this could have been avoided if I would have just ordered the combination. And the final thing that I would do differently is just print more. Now, I know I said that I had this thing running 24/7. That's probably an exaggeration. It's more like 18/7 if we're being honest here. But that's 6 more hours I could have squeezed out of this machine. And that's the beauty of 3D printing. You can print whatever you want, whenever you want. So if I have any bit of advice to give you, I know this video is a lot of rambling. Here's your advice. Print more. That's it. That's all I got. I love this machine. You're gonna love it too. If you have any questions or comments, or you wanna tear me up in the comments for something that I said, go for it. I'm all ears. That's it. That's all I got. Thanks for checking it out. I got a whole playlist of other A1 Mini videos up in the corner, right there. Just kidding. Maybe it's right there, right there. Go check them out. See ya.